Let's now move on to final questions about East versus West. Starting off with your own match against Sandris Sedis. What is the level of a study that you have done about your opponent? What do you know about Sandris? Can you give our viewers a brief introduction about him?
Uh, I know he's very versatile. I know he's a jack of all trades. I don't believe he's a master of one. So, so for me, that tells me that advantage me, right? So he is very versatile. He can pull in a hook. He can pull in a top roll. He can pull with his wrist. He can pull without his wrist. He can pull anywhere on the table, which for many opponents, I believe is really really screws with people, right? So for me, I don't believe he has one area that is way more significantly stronger than what my main area is. So so yeah, like I know enough about him where he's a dangerous person where he can go anywhere, but I don't believe he's going to be able to get through my hand. So he needs to get either around my hand, over my hand, or out of my hand in order to be able to do what he needs to do in order to be able to beat me. And I don't think he's going to. So I think my hand is going to be stronger than his hand no matter what direction he goes. So.
Mm. So at first, when this match was announced, I was like, Sanders is going to beat because you were on a losing streak back then. I was like, Sanders is going to beat Mask easy. It is going to look bad. But then I saw you beat Krazy, and I was also saying that I don't think Matt can deal with Sanders. And but the way you just beat Krazy, and after that, especially after that, we saw Krazy won WAF at 100 kg. So we already know that Matt can beat a 100 kg WAF champion. It is a level above. Now we are facing a 110 kg WAF champion. So maybe there is going to be some level increase, and there can be said some things about 100 kg championship that Krazy won because Ongarbai was not there. He was the famous to win that. But you have proven that you can just not only beat the WAF champion, but you just ran over him. It wasn't even close. Like we couldn't even get the level of difference between you guys. Now I think anything can happen in this match. And one question about this match, you said that he will not be able to deal with your hand. What if you take his wrist? Do you think there is still any possibility for him to jam his elbow? And because we have seen him win some matches like that in this year's WAF as well, and still beat you, do you think that that is a possibility?
It's a possibility. It's a possibility, but I've also gotten a lot smarter. I've been working a lot on when people get to that area with me, and there's a difference between taking somebody's hand, just taking their hand, but taking their hand at the same time as you're separating them away from the body as well, right? So, like, I don't plan on just taking his hand. I plan on taking him to my side of the table. So the only way that he's actually going to be able to get his shoulder and everything committed behind, his shoulder is going to have to be over top of my elbow pad, right? So, yeah. So I don't know. I plan on going in and I plan on making a statement where I don't feel no matter what direction he goes. And I believe that by the end of it, that's probably going to be his only option he has is trying to drive his shoulder in behind because I'm going to be taking his hand so bad. So, and trying to commit his shoulder behind his arm before I get him to the other side of the table. So.